8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Monday, so that means 3 things. 1, I'm not your MCM. 2, it's a Mamba Monday. And 3, it's time for the 24 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of poverty's environment, the poet Chuck Paul. Episode 146. Love is Blind. I hope you guys enjoyed your week. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I had a nice, peaceful weekend. Oh, my sleep was all over the place. If you don't know, I'm a wrestling fan. I was watching Elimination Chamber. It took place in Australia. So the show was at 6 a.m. So after watching wrestling from 8 to 10 o'clock at night Friday, I went to bed like at midnight. I woke up at 6 a.m. to watch that. Then went back to sleep at 9 a.m. and my sleep was all fucked up. But I'm here for another Monday. I'm feeling a little bit better. Drinking more tea. And I forgot to mention, I had grabbed myself this the other day. Studio Series 86 Coronation Starscream. I can't wait to open this bad boy up. I got about like 5 new Transformer figures that I didn't even crack open yet. That's besides the point. Let's get right into it. We got something to talk about. So, if you are a man in a relationship, more than likely your woman has gotten you to watch this show called Love is Blind. I watched it before, about a year ago, and it's back again. The season 6 premiered on Valentine's Day. I had no idea it premiered then. Me and my lady was watching it over last week, and when I wasn't feeling well, I fell asleep in one of the episodes or whatever. But I started midway after they picked out their fiancés and whatnot. But let me give you some background on it. It's a show on Netflix. Pretty much it's a reality show where they find young men and young professional men and women, and they put them together in these pods. Well, in a house pretty much. And one side is the men, one side is the women, and none of them are allowed to see each other or have their phones to text anybody outside of the home they're staying in. And they all talk between these pods, these rooms, where they're kind of like dates, where the man and the woman don't know what they look like, and they can only go off of what they hear. For example, they just have to talk to each other, get to know each other, share their feelings and whatnot, what they want in a partner, their past, their future, their present and whatnot. And they make their decisions from that, and the man has to propose to the woman through these pods, still not seeing what they look like, and she has to either accept or decline. And once she accepts, they meet each other for the first time face to face, where the man has to put the ring on the woman. Then after that, they send the couples off to an exotic island or whatever, and they get to know each other. Now, I'm a get to the 5 couples who are engaged. Amy and Johnny. This couple is great. The ones I start with are the only ones I see that have no issues whatsoever. The biggest problem they talk about is how soon they want to have children, and that's that. There's Chelsea and Jimmy. Chelsea got the little big chin thing working. She looking like Mac Moon and shit. They have their issues and whatnot. Pretty much, she's very needy, meaning she needs you to tell her you love her every 5 minutes of the day, which can be very, very annoying. AD, Amber Desiree and Clay. That's the black couple. He kind of favors like Lil Nas X and kind of like dude who played Lawrence from Insecure and kind of like Orlando Jones. Like, he looks like a lot of motherfuckers. But anyway, they seem pretty cool. But the thing is that he's been bringing up as of late is that his father was a Rolling Stone. He was married to his mom for 25 years, but he was cheating on his mom a lot of the time. And he's afraid that he may do those same things to this young lady, who's very attractive and whatnot. I've seen like people in the comments saying that she's not pretty. She just has a nice body. Sister, stop hating on this sister. She's cool. There is Laura and Jeremy. And I have a funny story about him too that we'll get into. They seem pretty cool. There was a situation where his fiance Laura shared a joke with him how AD has big titties and that she did something called a bean dip where she slapped her titty and told him to do the same thing to her. But he was joking around and telling the other guys like, yeah, my lady told me to do it. That shit was crazy. And then he mentioned it in front of AD and that became a whole big thing between Laura and Jeremy and they got into it, but they ended up mending their issues. But a funny thing about it is that I believe there was a woman that he almost proposed to as well, and he ended up finding out what she looked like. Ended up contacting her once him and Laura were engaged, and they got into it because he went out at 10 at night and didn't come home at 5 a.m. because he was hanging out with her talking. And he said, well, I shared my location. And she was like, yo, you lied about that too. Well, you didn't lie about sharing your location, but you went here with her, and here with her. So what were you doing until 5 a.m.? And they ended the last episode with her saying, I'm done. But we'll see what happens because there's a new episode on Wednesday. Moving right along. Finally, there's Brittany and Kenneth. Brittany, little southern, kind of thick chick. Kenny, black dude with locks and whatnot. The only interracial couple. Now, when they met each other or whatever, and they was on the island, they was chilling. She needed a seat. He came and picked up one of the seats and brought it over. Big black dude, whatever. You know? But I feel like once he found out that she was white, he was not as clingy, not really on her. And then AD had a conversation with him asking like, yo, do you think you'll be able to raise black kids with her? Because you know it's going to be hard. And after that, it went downhill. They were probably 2 days in after the exotic getaway when they were in the crib by themselves when they moved into the house. And she was like, yo, I don't feel that crave from you anymore. And he was like, yo, I still want to be with you, but if you ain't feeling me like that, we can't move on. And he deaded it right there. And he was down on the phone, was like, yo, how that one of his boys, like, yo, I'm about to meet you in an hour. I'm going to see you in a few. I'm like, damn. That ended fast. So yeah, those are the 5 couples. Obviously, already one of them didn't make it. That was Brittany and Kenneth, the interracial couple. Laura and Jeremy, that's yet to see what happens. But during the week, it turned out that, Jeremy had a whole fiance during this whole process. Like when it first started and whatnot, he was engaged. But later on broke off the engagement and joined the show. But I'm going to let Jeremy explain it. Here we go.
So I want to quickly address the story that's going around about my previous engagement prior to Love is Blind. One, anybody that I was on dates with, my castmates, and in multiple interviews, this topic was discussed. Nobody is surprised by this. It was something that was well documented. Unfortunately, with all of the footage that is captured, not all of it makes it into the final cut. This just happened to not make it in there. 2, I did not apply for this while I was living with anybody else. I was out living on my own, and I didn't seek this out. I was actually reached out to over Instagram, and I'll actually add that message into the next slide just for some verification on that. But I had already been out on my own for a number of weeks at that point, and I was asked if I would like to have a discussion around it. I said, sure, why not? And obviously it ended up leading up to the show at some point, but yeah.
Interesting. This is what he had to say also in this post on Instagram. Just for some clarity, my previous engagement was not a secret while filming. It was well documented, well known. 2, I was not living with anyone when casting reached out. This whole process had not even begun until I was out and on my own. Additionally, yes, my home sold a week or 2 before filming. Listed in October or November, sold in March. Wasn't living in it while it was listed. I don't know if anyone else was trying to sell a place at that specific time, but it was not a short process. Not going to give this one any more attention. And here's when the person reached out to him via DM about being on the show. Hey Jeremy, I know this is super random, but my name is Blank and I am a casting associate producer for Blank. We're currently casting for the show Love is Blind on Netflix in the Charlotte area. Blank, blank, blank. I love to chat if you're interested in hearing more. Heads up as well that we are in the final week of casting, so there's not much time left to get applications in, though filming won't commence until next March. But we can still make it work. If you're interested, many thanks, and I hope to hear from you. And here's a picture that was going around the web saying that, oh snap, he was engaged. Currently, this is in the 4th. Well, he was saying that he was single at the time. That's the woman. I don't know whose kid that's his kid or the kid who belonged to the ex-fiancé and whatnot. As you can see here. Yeah. But Love is Blind, man, this show is crazy. Because personally, I couldn't do it. Because I would hate to go around those walls and see I got me a pale mommy with no body who's trash. Or you might get you a bad white John. Or you might get you a nice chocolate queen. Maybe. You know? Like, that's too much for me. And it's like these people get on this show. I think some of them genuinely might be looking for love. They're also quite young. They're all between 25, 23 to 31, 32, the oldest I've seen. Some of them are there for clout. If it doesn't work out, boom, they're an internet sensation. You know, they may go viral for whatever reason. And it's like they always lying to themselves saying, yo, I love you. I'm in love with you. Man, look. You can convince yourself that you love somebody in a short amount of time, I think. I think you can say to yourself, I can learn to love this person, or I like these qualities of this person right now, and yeah, I can grow into loving them. But personally, I'm not falling in love with nobody in about a week or 2 that I barely know. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it, you know. But I do hope that, what's these guys' names? I do hope Amy and Johnny work out. I like them. And I hope AD and Clay work out. You know, Laura and Jeremy, yeah, I don't know. Chelsea and Jimmy, I don't know. But also, there's a chick reaching out to him as well. Here's the funny thing about it. Laura and Jeremy, a chick reached out to him that was on the show. She's upset about that. But meanwhile, she's helping a chick who was not proposed to get with somebody else who's in a relationship with someone who's engaged on the show as well. She might not be helping, but I mean, she's in the loop. So you're just as dirty. You're upset with your man for doing the same thing you're helping another former contestant do. Man, oh man. But we shall see. There's a new episode on Wednesday, I believe. So we shall see what happens between Laura and Jeremy, and also between Chelsea and Jimmy, because at the end of that episode, she was talking about how, oh, I know you fucked so-and-so. A lot of the times when I watch shows like this, I'm like, look, man, watching someone else go through some bullshit makes me feel happy, because it's like, wow, my life could be that. And also over the weekend, Cam Newton was at a 7-on-7 football tournament with a team that he sponsored, and Another team called TSP, Top Shelf Performance, and Cam got into it. Cam was involved in a fight, a source told The Athletic, with two coaches of TSP, Top Shelf Performance, a national 18 and under 7-on-7 football program. TSP also trains receivers across youth, high school, and NFL levels. One of the coaches, identified as TJ, wide receiver coach, had this to say about Cam Newton. And before I play what he had to say, I'm going to play two videos of what happened. All right? Different angles. Here we go.
Shit.
I got it all like that. This nigga casual to chill. Who he the fuck he think he is? I got something for you. See what they with. Hey. Come on. Stop.
Now, I'm going to show you another angle. From what it looks like, Cam was talking to one dude, and one dude tried to sucker punch him. So Cam quickly grabbed one dude in the headlock, grabbed the other dude by his hoodie, dragged him all the way down there, and then a delinquent teen, from what it looks like, tried to sucker punch Cam and still missed. And here's what the guy, TJ, had to say.
Hey, John. Ooh. Hey, John.
Hey, man, I'm going to say it. They can't hide the film now. You know what I'm saying? That 3 times.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all not throwing that, none throwing that Atlanta hero quarterback.
Just
cannot beat me.
Can't be for.
My boy, you just got dragged. And he's supposed to be a leader of men, training youth, high school kids, and all that stuff. Dude, do better. Do better. You feel me? What was the point of all that shit? Got your 5 minutes of fame. You probably ruined your business now. And what was that kid who took that cheap shot? He better hope Cam don't have no say in what other recruiters might ask him. I think easily be like, nah, he's a hothead. Don't take him. But yeah, Cam handled that well. Didn't throw not one punch. I'm happy he didn't, because he didn't have to. He could have. Cam Newton is known for running over the offensive linemen, stiff arming the shit out of dudes. And y'all little motherfuckers thought y'all could handle him? Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Oh man, oh man. But you know, like Uncle Jerome always say,
teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
I'm just saying, teach your man how to squabble. For real, for real. But also some shows to watch. The Vince Staples show on Netflix. Fucking hilarious. It's 5 episodes, and please stop comparing it to Atlanta. It's nothing like Atlanta in a good way. Atlanta was something else, and this is something else as well. It's like a day in the life of random scenarios with Vince Staples. First episode, gets arrested on mistaken identity for thinking he's somebody else. Spends a day in jail with a fan locked up with him. Next episode, he's with his girlfriend, and they go to like the poor people version of Disneyland. He gets into it with some mascots there. There's an episode where he goes to the family reunion, and his mom and his girlfriend get it on with some of the family members over who made the extra mac and cheese when his mom had made it. Let me see. I know there's 5 episodes. I want to get to one. I think I'm forgetting one of the episodes. Oh, one episode where he goes and tries to get a small business loan at a bank. And his boys ends up running in the bank trying to rob the bank while he's in there trying to get a small business loan. In the last episode, he goes back to speak to his old high school. And one of the kids there, the parents had beef with him as a kid when he was in high school and tried to kill him throughout the whole episode. So please check that out. That shit is hilarious. Where is Wendy Williams on Lifetime is a 4-episode miniseries documenting what Wendy is doing right now. She has been diagnosed with dementia. If you haven't known, she has some drinking problems, some drug problems and whatnot. And it's showing her in a bad light. Some people saying it's a bunch of people taking advantage of her. You know, personally, I was never a fan with her brand of journalism and television, as far as putting a lot of people's business out there who weren't negative people, like just going at certain motherfuckers. And some people say, no, that's not karma. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But hey, man, karma works in mysterious ways. And I find it crazy that people show her so much love right now. When what's the guy's name? Damn. The guy who's doing all the life coaching stuff or whatever. But anyway, Kevin Samuels, when he passed away, women were dancing in the streets saying, yeah, I'm happy he's dead. My mother-in-law was saying things like, oh, I'm happy he's dead. He was talking about black women. God damn. You don't even know that man. So, God forbid something happens to her. I want to see what the timeline and what the internet is going to say. You know, she does not deserve to die. I wouldn't go that far. But you have some people with fragile egos who feel a certain way about how people carry themselves on the internet and whatever the case may be. But definitely check that out on Lifetime. It's a 4-episode miniseries. The No Bullshit Tour. Wow. I just want to bring this up. I don't know when it's going to air or if it's going to be like a tour and whatnot. But Scottie Pippen enlisted Luke Longley and Horace Grant on what they call the No Bull Tour, where they will talk about their time on the Bulls. Now, Scottie Pippen was there for both three-peats. Horace Grant was there for the first, and Luke Longley was there for the last three-peat. And I'm going to play this clip of Horace Grant talking.
Well, as you know me, I speak my mind.
Yes, you do.
And it's going to be a no tour. Believe me, I tell you this. The X factor in the first 3 and the second 3, I would have kicked Dennis Rodman.
I'd like to have seen that.
Yeah. Come out and get the tickets, and you hear a lot. Yeah.
Man, look. How you going there? Always talking shit about MJ. And you wearing Jordans too. And not even like the retro series. You wearing some Team Jordans on that goddamn stage. Man, look. I am interested to see how this does, because they have just been trying to kick Jordan down ever since the Last Dance documentary, and MJ did nothing but praise Pippen and his teammates, but we shall see. And also, this Friday, the season 3 premiere of BMF is back, Friday, March 1st. Can't wait to see it, see what Terry and Michi got planned. Is Charles still going to be slanging that thing where he shouldn't be slanging it? Is Mama going to come back home? What's up with the little with his homie? Is he going to be snitching? Something be Mickey, man. We don't know. But we shall see. We shall see. before I let go, just still teasing the trap. Of course, you could go and cop the classic Get TKO in black and white. I got the Apollo Legends tees in there still. I have the Load Management tees up there. I will be dropping a few wrestling tees. I will be bringing back the Hustlemania tee in time for WrestleMania. I have a new Stone Cold tee I'm dropping, and I'm working on a new Bloodline t-shirt. You guys may like that. Yeah, like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good. God is great. Thank God my paper's straight. I am the Pope Chuck Paul. Peace out. Free Wendy.